What type of animal has inspired awe and stands for death and war, but also transformation, rebirth, hope, wisdom, spirituality? But what makes birds so interesting? Could it be their ability to fly? They have been up in the sky between the people and the gods. Imagine being in a world several thousand years ago when there were no cell phones, when there were no telephones, nothing to communicate over long distances. Humans wanted to communicate with the gods. Imagine how they must have thought those birds can communicate with the gods. Maybe the birds are the gods. Who here has not woken up on a beautiful spring day and heard the birds singing and just felt a little bit better? What came first, the chicken or the egg? Talk about transformation. These birds change from a little egg into a bird. That's a mystery, and that's a beautiful mystery. And their colors are incredible. Peacocking. I wore my best peacock outfit today. Birds have fascinated us, from the first cave paintings in France to Renaissance perfection, themes in Art Nouveau, to abstract art. Eggs themselves are powerful symbols in so many cultures. The egg has long been a symbol of new life, fertility, and longevity. And of course, one of the most well-known symbols in Christian artwork is that of the dove, the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit first appears at the baptism of Jesus. And lo, the heavens were opened unto him, and he saw the Spirit of God descending as a dove and coming upon him. Matthew 3:16. Interestingly, in the original Aramaic, the pronoun for the Holy Spirit is feminine. It was switched to masculine in the Greek translation. So that would make God the Father, the Holy Spirit as the feminine mother, and Christ the Son. The Renaissance brought on a new interest in science and nature. And this is seen in the work of Albrecht Dürer. His little owl is a beautiful depiction, which includes tiny details of each feather. Birds can sometimes remind us of death. Edgar Allan Poe wrote The Raven. The Romantic movement of the 19th century portrayed birds as symbols of freedom and the sublime. What is the first symbol of freedom that comes to mind? Yeah, the American eagle, the bald eagle, right? John James Audubon's book, Birds of America, combined scientific accuracy and artistic grandeur and influenced both ornithology and art. This raptor is the national bird of the United States. Here's a story for you. In the afternoon of July 4th, 1776, right after signing the Declaration of Independence, the Continental Congress established a committee of 3 men, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and Benjamin Franklin. They came up with a symbol for the United States that did not include a bird at all. It was Lady Liberty holding a shield that represented the 13 colonies. When this image was sent off to an artist, he included a golden eagle, but it came back and the legislators said, no, the golden eagle is also in Europe. We want an American bird. So it was decided upon to use the bald eagle. Not everyone thought this was a great idea. On June 20th, 1782, it was approved as we see it today. But Benjamin Franklin said, I wish the eagle had not been chosen. He is a bird of bad moral character. Too lazy to fish for himself, he watches the labor of fishing hawks and then steals the fish. With all this injustice, he is never in good case. Later he wrote in a letter, the turkey, though a little vain and silly, is a bird of courage. So he never officially proposed the turkey to be our national bird, but he had warm feelings toward the turkey. When Japanese Americans were held at internment camps in the United States during World War II, they carved these beautiful birds that symbolized their lost freedom. Birds are magical, mystical creatures. Thank you so much for taking a few moments to learn about them. And thank you for joining me on this journey.